back, guys. It's G-Man and Kibla and the Brothers Geek Out podcast number 82. Thanks again for joining us, guys. A bit more of a, what's the word? I'm fully in this place now. I feel more comfortable trying to get things back to normal again. Still got loads to unpack and clean and start up the new Geek office. More content for you guys. I know we keep saying that, but it's coming. But nah, G-Man, how you been, bro?
What's happening, man? I'm good. Just getting along, getting through. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's my Saturday night. Whole Saturday's gone. It's been a chilled out day-ish. Went MMA training, Misha Tate's class, which was good. But that's it, man. Other than that, nothing crazy going on, man. Just usual, man. Work and home, really. Next week's the UFC in Singapore, so I'm looking forward to going to that. I remember I was telling you I won some tickets, so
yes, that's right.
At least I get a chance to go down there and man? Go check out the UFC in Singapore. So that should be good. So I might not be able to do the podcast until Sunday, or we'll work it out anyway next week.
No,
but,
definitely.
Yeah, man. Other than that, same shit. Just another day, man.
Yeah, we do what we do. We work on the grind. We I suppose there's so much, and I want to be doing so much as well. But I think trying to get once everything at home's kind of settled, we've got a bit more furniture as well. Everything will come into place, and like little Laura, I think she's enjoying it. But I mean, when she was at her grandparents yesterday, she was well happy, man. It was good to see everybody, full house. So this weekend we're gonna go stay over there for this wedding. But yeah, no, man, let's start, man. Guys, I've been doing Inktober. It's not. It's just getting back into practice with art and trying to get my mind fresh again. So I'm just doing stuff. So if you guys do want to check that out, go to Kibla Ahmed Art on Instagram. You'll see that there. But let's start, man. Let's start. Joker's breaking bare records, bro.
Joker is still killing it, man. It's still the talk of the town, man. There's so many different reviews and people talking about it. Their perspectives on things and how it fits in with the real world and mental illness and everything. Did you see Mark Bernard's review? I don't know if you got a chance to see his one.
Yeah, I saw it. He didn't really enjoy it.
It was in the middle, right? It was in the middle. It wasn't proper moist over. It wasn't crazy over. He just kind of feels that it. What did he say? It kind of lacked script and just relied on Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, he's a freaking writer and whatnot, and he comes from a he's an expert. We're any experts, bro, talking shit, just loving everything, and he's coming from it from a different angle. He always sees different shit because he's such an expert in writing and whatnot. So you gotta respect his opinion.
No,
and then
course.
Kevin Smith is kind of like Kevin Smith's an expert as well, but he's like us. He's just super moist. Fucking loved it. That's probably what he's gonna say. But yeah, no, I think he's more saying that as a move. No, what he's saying, like the script was not great, and it more just relied on Joaquin Phoenix's performance, which he thought was obviously he did think that was awesome anyway. So yeah, interesting. It's still breaking record. I saw everyone's reviewed. I even saw Russell Brand give a movie.
Yeah, I saw that as well. I watched that.
Everyone, because it's such a deep. I mean, end of the day, I think regardless if you like the movie, regardless. It's a real situation, real life movie, man, in a sense, you know what I mean? So I think everyone's got their views on it.
No, definitely. And I feel like because it touches on, mental health and other issues, it's society and everything else, it just worked really well.
Yeah, no, exactly, man. I haven't seen it again. Like I said, man, it's such a good film. I don't want to watch it. I can't watch it multiple times because it's just too deep, right? You can't just go in and sit there and watch it and enjoy it. You got to get in. Whereas Avengers is so enjoyable, for example. It's just kind of like, sitting having fun. But this one, it's like it's enjoyable in a different way. But you got to get in. But yeah, no, good for Joker, man. I hope this Batman does well, bro, because I don't know what they're gonna do with this Joker. If Batman doesn't do well, how are they gonna fit this in? I think they're still saying that it's like a standalone, separate thing. It's not even no kind of universe or nothing. So let's see what happens anyway, man. But yeah, brilliant stuff.
No, definitely, and I feel like Yeah, now keep it a standalone movie, man. It's going to be so difficult trying to put it into a universe, and I think this is the problem DC had, was that they were trying so hard to get all of these movies out, and let's get it out, and then rush in, and all this controversy that's happened with DC Universe as it is. Just keep this separate, and just keep making good movies like this. This is a good movie. You know what I mean? For years to come, it'll be a cult classic. People will be talking about it. People are gonna, it's a cult classic. It will be a cult classic. You know what I mean? If you've got everybody who doesn't review movies now suddenly reviewing the Joker, that's a big thing, man.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a all-time great. It's definitely going to be up there because everyone's talking about it. So, and I don't think Mark Bernard said he didn't like it. He was just in the middle. Do you know what I mean? So everyone else, anyone and everyone else is just talking about it. So it's a big movie, man. And let it break all the records, man. Fuck it, man. That's a good thing. Hopefully DC just carry on making great standalone movies. Hopefully they don't get too excited and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna bring out this villain movie on. I think I heard some things about a Lex Luthor standalone movie and this standalone. It's like, guys, take it easy. Yeah, let's don't think about it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, Joker was great. Don't just ruin it by just bringing out all these other villain movies and unless you're making great fucking movies.
No, of course, and it's true. It's just, I think they're all just jumping on the bandwagon of hype, and just need to kind of let it be, I suppose.
Yeah, and there was a good meme that came out about Thanos and Joker. It's like, when you were kids, you loved the heroes, but as you're older, you understand the villains, which is so true because, nowadays they put so much emphasis in the villains.
They've got to, because they're not one-dimensional characters. They're massive. They're larger than life. You know what I mean? Thanos, yes, comic. They're both comic book characters, but the one that's grounded the most is the Joker.
Yeah, of course, because it's easier to do, right? It's human and whatnot. But Thanos' philosophy, I mean, again, people came out of the movie screen saying, yeah, I kind of agree with him. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, okay, it's so relatable. So, I mean, they have to do well with the villains because that plays a big part of the movie,
Exactly that. Yeah. They have to do the best they can with that as well. So, yeah, it will be.
I did see another funny meme about Thanos, and it was like, instead of taking away half the population, why don't you just snap in more resources, like 100% more resources? I thought that was quite funny.
Brilliant. No, that is actually really good.
What else has been going on, man? Loads of shit been going on. I mean, Marvel's been quiet, but then also a lot of shit going on, man, with them. A lot of news, breaking news, or I don't know if it's fake news, but loads of stuff going on. We saw that picture of Ryan Reynolds taking a picture with Marvel Studios. So Deadpool is officially in, which is great. I mean, obviously the whole Fox Marvel Entertainment thing, but it's good to know that they've kept Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds as characters. I think they're going to recast the whole of X-Men, which they should do. But it's great. Ryan Reynolds is the perfect Deadpool. And I think even Marvel's great at casting, and even they knew, we can't get rid of Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. He's fucking perfect.
Exactly. And that's just too difficult, bro, man. That causes unnecessary drama trying to recast, and fans doing petitions and all sorts of shit like that.
Yeah.
It's just...
Not for him.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying, so...
His Deadpool is too perfect.
Oh, bro, bang on, bro. Absolutely bang on. And even speaking to Rob Liefeld, the creator, when I met him a couple of months back, he was just like, yes, eventually the character started being kind of revolved around Ryan Reynolds anyway. Like, who else could have played this character? So to get that guy on the big screen and playing one of his favorite, his creation, he's like, shit, It's the universe works in mysterious ways, in great ways as well. It's how you picture it and what you want it, and it will fall into place. And plus, luckily, he loved the character as well. It worked perfectly.
Yeah, no, perfect. And they say that the directors or Disney has confirmed that it can still be an R-rated movie. Consider it's under Disney now, which you have to carry on doing, which is great. And I don't, they will be smart about him getting involved in the universe, right? So if he's in if he shows up in a Spider-Man movie, like I think I said before, like they could be smart about it. He breaks the fourth wall, so he can turn around and be like, okay, wait a minute, I'm in a PG movie. I need to calm down with the violence. I need to calm down with the swearing. You know what I mean? He can say it because he breaks the fourth wall. He is that character that can do that. So maybe Marvel can be smart about what movies they put him in, and then how he interacts within that movie based on him breaking the fourth wall and the rating of that movie, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
He has to be in there, and let's see what they do. Man, I love listen, man, come on, him meeting Spidey and Cap and the new Cap, and I don't know, say if they do a Punisher spin-off, there's so much they could do with it, man.
No, of course, it's massive. It's absolutely massive. Yeah, good luck to Ryan Reynolds and Marvel. It's going to be exciting to see what they do with that. But even on the DC side of things, last week was a massive week for DC, bro. Not just for the Joker, but we found that Matt Reeves' Batman has a Commissioner, Catwoman, and the Riddler.
That was big. Yeah. What do you think of that casting?
So Peoples Hernandez as Commissioner Gordon. It's interesting because he's played a massive range of characters, and like in Westworld, you remember Westworld, so I can see Commissioner Gordon.
I think he'll do it well. I think he's going to do it very well, man. I mean, let's see what they do with this Batman movie. So because they got so many villains they're looking to put in it. I mean, I heard Jonah Hill's out of talks.
Yeah, he's
now.
Done. Yeah, he's done.
Yeah. But they were also thinking of. I know they casted a Riddler, but I think they said something about Seth Rogen. Maybe that was fake news. Seth Rogen. They were looking at him, be for Riddler or Penguin or something.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know if that's fake. That's why I didn't put it down on the list of what to talk about today, because I don't know until that's official. But I know that Jonah Hill's gone. This new guy Paul. I've seen a couple of his films. He should be interested in Riddler. They're going for a different look. I can see that, and even with Catwoman with Zoe Kravitz, I think she's going to be great. But I think the problem is like. There's a guy on YouTube I follow. I can't remember his name, Young Ripper or something. He's quite. What's the word? He's quite negative to what comes out in the comic book culture. Like the guy loves comic books. Listen, I got no beef with you or nothing. I'm just quoting some of the things you've said, and like it's your opinion. Like what we say is my opinion. Like he hates it. He feels like them lot changing the white character into a different race is tokenizing. Yeah.
No, I mean, shit, man. It's a tough one. Because in this day and age, with trying to be very diversified and inclusive.
Bro, you continue. I'm just gonna drop this thing off, yeah?
Alright, cool. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, my opinion is, I agree in some ways where you can't force, right? Just so you're diverse with culture or whatever it is, right? You can't force it, but if you can play it if you can do it naturally, and the character fits fucking well, then that's awesome. Like Mark Bernard, and he's got perfect. When he explains that Batman can never be a black guy, it always has to be a white man. His reasoning is so perfect. So something like that makes 100% sense. Where he always explains that Batman's wealth comes from a lineage of his family, and leads down to, I think he says, like slavery and all that sort of shit. So it can never be a black guy. But some other characters, if you can change it and it's natural, then can't force it. That's all I say. If it's natural, plays the part perfectly, then amazing. If it's forced, then and obviously forced, and then that's basic, right? I know Marvel's coming out with Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, a first Muslim character. Same with, I think in Eternals, it's going to be the first gay character. Again, if it's like, because it seems just forced. Oh, what happened? Sorry. It just seems forced because you're trying to be inclusive and whatnot. But if you make it work great, then then you got no complaints. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's what I think. And even in this whole, not even just in this comic book world, but in the world now, everyone's trying to be inclusive again, and everything's trying to be diverse and whatnot, which is great. There's nothing bad about that. Again, like, it's got to be, like, for example, I don't want to ever be hired because I'm a brown Muslim guy. No, I want to be hired for a job, for example. I want to be hired because I'm capable of doing the job and I can fit in with the team, and I can fit in with the environment, regardless of who I am culturally or whatnot. Just me as a person, I want to be seen as an individual person that, all right, I could fit in with this team and I could get this job done. I'm one of the best, the best candidates for this job, for example. I would never want to be hired just because I'm a brown Muslim guy. That's where we've gone. That's where it's gone too far. Or that's where I think it's basic. So, but yeah, I mean, people are going to complain. I mean, Nick Fury turned into a black guy and whatnot. Again, some characters you just can't. Some characters you can transition over. So it depends. It depends how good it is. If it's basic, then what's that?
I honestly think you could do it with all characters. I think...
No, I was saying earlier, right? I don't think you could do it with all characters. Like, Mark Bernard's got the perfect reasoning for Batman and Bruce Wayne. You've heard his reasoning, right?
Yeah.
Like, the Wayne family has a tradition of wealth that comes back, and I think it leads back to slavery and whatnot. So he goes, I can never be a black man or a cultured man. It has to be. So those sort of characters makes perfect sense. That's what I'm saying. You can't be every single character. You can't force every character, but some characters you can do. Like Commissioner Gordon, I think, can be a black guy. It doesn't matter or whatever. So again, it can't be forced. If it's in a movie and it's forced, you're like, basic. Okay, this is wrong. But if that person plays the fucking character well, then you can't say shit, because that's like, fuck, that's an amazing performance. Alright, smashed it. You know what I mean?
No, of course. Well, yeah, so that my thing was like tokenizing, and he goes in quite deep, and I do agree with some of the stuff he says, but then, listen, bro, we grew up with these movies, and yes, the first couple of ones didn't really win us, and then I suppose when we came to a point where we accepted it, we got to enjoy it more, and we got to see, I don't know, we got to see something that we really enjoyed and kind of took us away from everything, I suppose. I feel like us picking on it, because remember the X-Men, like, even though they lose, they still lose. They had 3 movies max that were good, yeah? Now, you know what? I narrowed that down, man. Logan was the best one.
Logan was the best one, and to me, he's still not my favourite Wolverine, but in that movie, Hugh Jackman smashed it.
Exactly.
Like, his performance was great, and the movie was great, but I still don't count him, my opinion, I still don't see him as my Wolverine. Like, for me, it's still easy to cast, even though he's probably played Wolverine in the longest and whatever, every character ever. The point is, like, that I could see them recast him, but he done a great fucking job in Logan, man. Such a great movie, man.
Exactly.
Such a great movie, such a great performance. So you can't knock that. I mean, I was saying earlier, like, we're in this world of diversity and inclusion, right?
Yeah.
Like, which is great, right? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but because Marvel's coming out with Kamala Khan, the first Muslim superhero, first Muslim character. You got, I think, in Eternals, one of the characters is going to be the first gay character. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, if it's not forced and it fits in well with the position and the role, perfect. But if it's forced because you're trying to be inclusive, then it's like, well, that's basic. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, I was using the example earlier. If someone was going to hire you for a job, but they hired you just because they need a brown Muslim guy in there, then that's basic. You know what I'm trying to say? You should be hired because you're capable of doing the job and you can fit in with the team. They're seeing you as an individual. But if it's just purely because I'll get this brown Muslim guy in, then that's not fair on whatever, on another person who can actually do the job and is qualified and he's worked hard to get to that position. Yeah. And then you just rock in and you're like, yeah, inclusion, diversity, hire me. Like, it's not fair, you know what I mean? So I agree, man. Like, you gotta be inclusive, but you gotta make it. Can't be forced. You got to make it work.
No, of course. You've got to make it work. You've got to make it work. Exactly that. That. So, I suppose, yeah, it really depends on. I mean, I suppose the characters play a big part. depending who you're picking, I suppose. So you have to be selective to what you do, I suppose.
Mm.
But, no, interesting. Let's move
Yeah,
on
100%.
to. So what else has been happening? What else? I've got a written list. So Venom 2 and Spider-Man involvement.
Mm. Well, it looks like in this new deal that they've put together, so Venom can get involved. Hopefully, I mean, look, man, the critic. Well, I'm not even a critic. Even myself, I didn't think Venom was such a great movie. But maybe with Spider-Man, and maybe I don't know who's going to produce that movie. If that's still under Sony, which I think it might be, how well they do with it, because they changed Venom, right, completely. So to fit him in with Spider-Man, let's see how it is, man. I heard they're gonna cast another villain as well. It's not just gonna be Carnage. So hopefully they do well. Hopefully, they can make it work. I mean, if Disney and Marvel produce it, like Kevin Feige and whatnot, I'm sure they'll smash it. But if it goes over to Sony, it could be risky.
Yeah, but I doubt Feige will jump into that. He already did a battle to get Spidey, you know what I mean?
I heard those other rumors about Disney trying to buy Spidey back for $5 billion. I say sell him, man. I say sell him. Let him take him back, man. Take the universe back. Have all of the Spidey characters back into the Marvel universe, man. That would be awesome.
Is that just for Spidey though? That's the thing.
What's that?
It could be just for Spidey, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure. I think maybe. I don't know the logistics, man. But I'm sure when.
No, totally understand. I'm hoping to see what their idea is on how they do that and how they get him involved. Because if this is going to be the last Spider-Man film we see with Marvel Universe, in the cinematic universe, then it's got to be a really good exit, man. You know what I mean? It's got to be.
Yeah, but again, it'll be hard. I know everyone's all jumping with joy and whatnot, but it'll be hard to see him out. So I just hope they keep it going, to be honest with you. I think they still will keep it going because of monies and deals and whatnot. But all this emotional roller coaster they put the fans through, like, oh, he's out, he's back, he's out, he's back. We got one more movie. After the movie, he's out. No, like, just figure it out. I hope Disney just buy him back because Spidey needs to be a part of that universe, man.
Yeah, it's important. It's vital. It's definitely vital. He does need to come back. It'll be just interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that Venom movie, let's see, man. Let's see. If they could do that well, then, it'd be good to have him in there. Good to have Spidey back in with Venom and stuff. So I think that'd be sick.
Definitely. Alright, man. Cabbage and avocado. You ever tried that?
No, man. What is that?
It's my daughter's food, bro.
Oh, did you paste, did you...
Yeah, so it's just a food. Give us 1 second, let me just blend this or I'm going to get in trouble when wife comes home and finds out I ain't done nothing. Huh?
I'm saying you're going to blend it on the live on the podcast.
Yeah, that's how we do it, bro. We don't mess around. I'm trying to keep a... So we're not doing all the tin food and all that stuff you buy from shopping centres and stuff like that. So we're doing... We took advice from Shibley and Ash and given them the healthy, they're getting everything from this, man. So, cabbages, avocados. She loves all that stuff, man. Grapes, she loves grapes.
Good foods,
and
natural
and they
foods,
grow strong, bro. Because little Idris, man, he's strong. He's strong, bro. He makes me laugh. He beat the shit out of his dad yesterday for about 45 minutes. It was hilarious because I had to go upstairs because... So all the ladies have gone to the Mendy. Ash is 9 o'clock. Oh, I'm going to go put him to sleep. But all I can hear is bare wrestling upstairs. I was like, what's going on up there? And I go in there. He's on the bed. He's jumping on Ash. And he's like, he's not going to go sleep, man. He knows his mum's out. So he's just going to take advantage. Just bring him down. Let's have some jokes. He pied him up, man.
Yeah.
Bust up his lip and everything, bro.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I miss being home, man. I miss being home. It's a bit... Normally, I would have a trip planned for November, but...
Yeah.
No trips planned this year, man. So I miss being home. I miss them, man. Yeah, man. Emotional.
You be home anytime soon, so don't worry about that. So.
Yeah, figure it out. But back on the geeky news, what about Ant-Man and Wasp? They confirmed Ant-Man and Wasp 3,
yes,
and it's gonna start shooting in 2001 or something, summer 2001 or 2000. But yeah, I'm glad they're keeping that alive. I mean, man, I think, I don't know where they're gonna take Ant-Man and Wasp, but those films are fun, man. I like those movies.
No, same here. And I think what happened was obviously with Endgames, and nobody knows what the hell is going on with these movies and what was going to happen. It kind of left things a bit weird, I suppose. Not weird.
It is
weird, but
because I actually, with Endgames, right? You knew all up to that point where it was heading. Now you have no idea, bro, and it's just kind of like, all these announcements and all these movie announcements, but we have no idea where it's going to.
Exactly.
So that's where the excitement, but also kind of like, all right, what's going to happen? But yeah, I mean, Ant-Man played a massive role in Endgames, right? I mean, he was so much involved, especially with the time travel and quantum realm and everything. So I'll be interested to see how they carry that franchise on, and Ant-Man and Wasp, and where they take it.
No, definitely, man. And they'll take it in. Bro, those movies were good. Like, I actually genuinely love, like, not many people do, but I think Ant-Man, the first movie, is an awesome movie.
I like it. I thought it was fun as hell.
Yeah, very, very, very good. I think the second one was a bit, I suppose it is what it is. It was a movie filler. Avengers Infinity War just had happened, and it was the lead up to Avengers Endgame, I suppose. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see what
but yeah, I get you. But yeah, now let's see. I mean, it should be good. I mean, Marvel. What else did they announce? What the director of Thor was saying that is it Krog?
Korg,
who does Watiti play?
Yeah.
Korg, yeah, he's back in the movie, which makes sense anyway. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, Marvel's got loads of plans. Let's see where we're heading. I think what Marvel are gonna. They just need to give us a destination again. You know what I mean? Once we know where that's heading, be it Galactus, be it whoever, Doctor Doom, or whoever they want to put in there, Murdoch or whatever. Like, I think with Marvel now, the problem they might have now is they need to give us a journey. They not just a journey. They need to let us know the destination, so we're kind of excited about where we're heading. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, of course, and I think that's very important.
Marvel's stuck on that track now. Marvel's so stuck on, and it's an amazing thing, but a universe. They can't do a standalone. They're in a universe, so they need to keep pushing that universe and whatnot. They don't have. I mean, they can smartly do a standalone movie, but they need to give us the destination, so we've got something to be excited about.
No, definitely, they so need to. It's important where they take the journey now and how they take that journey, and I'm looking forward to it, man. Definitely looking forward to it. Shit. Oh, excuse me, guys. I got some news for you. If it works out, you're gonna start seeing the podcast on Qibla Ahmeda, Instagram, IGTV. So I have been trying. I suppose the year has been so busy to try and give multiple platforms to you guys, but with algorithms and things changing, it's harder for content creators like us to get our stuff out there. So the only other way I can think of was to put it on stuff that we use on a daily basis. So I'm hoping, by Monday, you guys will get to start seeing this on our Instagram IGTV page. And loads more happening as well. I mean, I might as well share with you guys now. I've been invited to the Disney store, Disney store, the D350. D350? I don't want to say that wrong, man. Disney would probably pie me up. Let me announce.
How'd you get this invite?
D350. That's it. D350. So, this is I just got the invite, bro. Somebody from Disney just got in contact with me.
What, through Instagram, Twitter?
No, through email. So probably somebody I know sent my details over. Yeah, so
that sounds cool, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's gonna happen there? Do you know what's happening?
So it's just a sneak peek before the store opens on Tuesday. It's like a sneak peek evening event. So basically, from what I've gathered from the email, because the email doesn't say anything, it just says, "Would you like to come to the show?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I'm coming." is Marvel and Star Wars collectibles in Disney stores. So I think they've teamed up with like Hot Toys and Sideshow.
That's what I was just about to say. Are they finally having a place? Because Forbidden Planet was probably the only place in the UK that you can get it. That it's easy. So now you're telling me that'd be awesome if it's a figure shop. You know what I'm trying to say? Like where with Sideshow and Hot Toy product and whatnot. That'd be sick.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that, man. I'm so excited. So, yeah. So that's happening on Monday, and then Saturday I am at Comic Con. MCM Comic Con London on Saturday, guys. I tried to get the Friday, but work is not going to give it off, so I am going to go on a Saturday, have a whole fun day. Guys, I'm going to take my GoPro with me as well, so I'm going to film most of the event, so you'll get to catch it on my IGTV and on YouTube as well. So things are slowly placing together again, and I'm going to start some art projects once we order a table and some furniture up in this place. But yeah, exciting times, man. But on
Nice.
other geeky news, and the thing is, I don't know if it's real or not, but I shared the article on my Facebook page, and it seemed to have got quite a few likes on there. And Chris Evans was like, he would love to do a remake of The Three Amigos with Chris Hemsworth and Robert Downey Jr. Now, that's exciting. Because I love that movie.
It's exciting, but it's exciting. But what a classic movie was it? Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, and Martin Short. That's a classic, bro. It's so. And listen, I would love to see Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Hemsworth in a movie again like that. But man, that's hard to top. That's not an easy thing to say. Yeah, let's remake that. That's such a classic movie, bro.
Yeah, no.
Three Amigos, brilliant movie.
Bro, look at these two little sisters.
Oh my god.
I love that movie, man. You know what? I need to find that and I need to watch it. That movie was brilliant, and I absolutely love that. So
yeah. So I don't know if they do it, good. I'll watch it. If they don't, then again I won't be disappointed because it's such a classic movie. Like it's a hard movie to top, and they're not really free comedians, really. I mean, they're funny, and like Hemsworth, for example, is good with in his movies, he's good with humor and whatnot. But I don't know, man. They're not really comedians, if that makes sense. Like Martin Short, Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, they were comedians. You know what I mean?
No, that's right. It'd be interesting to see what take they do on this. So definitely. It'd be an interesting take to see what they do with that. But
Sure.
yeah, that was just something that got me excited. And I know we've been throwing back Avengers Endgame's footage, and it has been it's quite emotional watching those videos, man. Because that Captain video, I was like, oh shit, man, that got me, bro.
Hey, I know we've been talking about Joaquin Phoenix's amazing Joker performance, but man, when I look back at all the Cap performances, like and Chris Evans, I'm like, man, I know people's gonna say, oh, it was 20 movies or whatever. It doesn't matter, man. Like throughout all of them, man, such a great performance, man. That's our Captain America, bro.
Yeah.
That is our Captain America.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever gonna top that.
No,
Nothing
exactly.
is ever gonna top that. Same with that's our Thor. That is our Iron Man. Like nothing is gonna top those. You know what I'm trying to say? Like
Exactly.
so, it's tough, man. It's a tough thing. I think you've done a great performance, man.
No, definitely did. He definitely did. It's going to be very hard to top that. Other news, bro. They're looking to remake The Rocketeer.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Another classic movie, man.
I know, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't know what they're going to do and how they will do it. And I think the original one still stands to this day, bro.
It's a great movie, man.
Great movie. So it'd be interesting to see where they take that. So Edward Norton is open to return. Sorry, can't even speak English, man. Could you imagine Edward Norton returning back as a Marvel villain?
I mean, it'd be a bit weird because of the universe that they've created, but I guess, I don't know, after 10 years, maybe you could throw him back in there.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. I mean, I think, from what I heard, that he's quite difficult to work with.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man, but he did fuck up with Hulk. Should have stayed as Hulk.
I don't think they wanted him back because of how he was working, bro.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he's hard to work with, then of course, they're not gonna. I mean, same with the guy from what do you call it, War Machine? What's his name? Terry. I can't remember his name.
Terrence Howard.
Yeah, Terrence Howard. So I mean, shit, he fucked up too, man. I mean, they replaced him with Don Cheadle, who's fucking perfect as War Machine anyway. But that was that guy as well, Terrence Howard's role. That was him, man. He was.
Can you imagine every time he
supposed to
watches
be-
that shit and he's like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine he's going in cinema and he goes to watch Endgames. Like, that should have been me. That should have been me. Like, so anyway, I mean, I don't know, man. If he comes back, why not? You know what I mean? I don't know.
It'll be interesting.
Maybe they don't want it back. I heard that Marvel's gonna try and introduce what's his name, Captain Britain.
Yeah.
And they were eyeing up what's his face, Henry Cavill, as for the role of that. Might have been fake news again. I'm not sure, but. I mean, he was a great Superman. I don't know what the hell DC's looking to do with that character, or Warner Brothers are looking to do with that character. But I mean, I'm sure Marvel's just great at making movies. So I guess they if they did get him in as Captain Britain, I'm sure they'll do something good.
I know they'll smash it, and I think they'll do really good as well.
Yeah, for sure.
They'll do really good with that. All right, cool. What else was happening? Let me just double check last bit. Other than that, Michael Jar White shows his support for joining the Green Lanterns Corps.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he's a bit old now. They maybe have to use somebody else.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Maybe a little old right now. Yeah, I don't know. But
It'd be interesting.
There's room for that character. There's room for that character, man, if they do it right. So let's see.
No, of course. And Doug Liman, who was the director of Edge of Tomorrow, said that the script for Edge of Tomorrow 2 is done. Now, saying that, before I moved, the last movie I watched at Mum's house was Edge of Tomorrow. And I think it's one of the most underrated movies, bro. It is a fucking good film, man. I'm not bored of it because it's like Bill Murray's Groundhog Day. It just works so well. So
yeah, I didn't mind it. I thought it was a great film. Tom Cruise. I thought it was a good film. I didn't think it was shit or anything. I didn't think it was the best film in the world.
The best. What's the word? It didn't get the best reservation. Is that the right word? Best. Not reservation, best response, I suppose. But
but that's like Gemini Man now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting loads of hate, and I heard it flopped in the cinema. I personally didn't go watch it. I haven't had a chance to, or not that I didn't have a chance to. That's a lie. I wasn't motivated to. I don't know. I'm not. I will watch it. I'm just not. It's not a priority movie that I want to go see. Like, Terminator comes out next week, so I'm actually looking forward to going watching that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, some of these movies are just maybe hit and miss, and some people. I don't know.
I'm actually looking forward to Terminator.
What's that?
I'm looking forward to Terminator. Arnold was in London yesterday, so he was posting up some funny shit, man, and he made me laugh. I would like him, Stallone are people that I would love to meet. You know what I mean? Like, I really wish I could have got to meet him for this one. But there's always next time, I suppose. But like, Stallone does this thing where he, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a master's class or something like that.
Okay.
And you get the chance to chill with him, and you learn things off each other. I suppose like most entrepreneurs do it, where they go meet their mentors and have somebody kind of put you on a path. I suppose I won't see him as a role model. I see him as somebody who's done great work. I want to know your work ethics, man. You're 72 years old and you're still pushing out movies, bro.
Yeah, man. Next Expendables coming out and all that stuff. He's amazing. Hey, and don't forget, Rocky is one of the best movies, man. Rocky 1, 2, that character in general, especially Rocky 1 and 2, it's such great underdog movie, man. Fucking brilliant.
So good, man.
I've said it before. I've heard real life fighters, MMA fighters, like say, yeah, Rocky's one of my inspirations, and like he's a movie. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say? But that movie speaks a lot. If you heard David Goggins, like if you haven't heard David Goggins, check him out. He's a fucking savage. and he always says, he quotes Rocky as well, like just that never giving up sort of, you know,
mentality.
story.
Yeah,
Man.
That's right. It's really good.
It's crazy. So Stallone has made an impact on people, man, with that character.
Definitely has. But yeah, no. So it would have been nice to meet up, but I'm looking forward to Terminator. I want to see where they take it now that James Cameron and Tim Miller are back. So it's trying to see where it goes from there, basically. But yeah, that's about it, really, bro. I can't think of anything else happening. I know it's been a busy week with that, but next week's going to be even more busy. So I think Sunday, as you said, we'll probably jump on a podcast, talk about our week, talk about some MMA, and talk about Comic Con.
Yeah, that'd be good because let's do it Sunday because I could talk about the UFC experience here in Singapore.
Yeah,
I've been
definitely.
to a few in London anyway, and I remember going to Dublin to see Conor McGregor fight. I remember seeing Conor McGregor fight before he was this big superstar, bro. I was a fan of him way before he got this big. Flew all the way to Dublin to see him fight. But yeah, it'd be good to go to the UFC. And then Sunday, I've got an MMA workshop with Tyrone Woodley, so that's going to be fucking awesome as well. So next weekend, I'm actually looking forward to. Should be a good weekend. Terminator and some UFC and MMA and stuff. So yeah, man, just another. It's crazy though because time goes so quick. I kind of can't wait till next week comes, but then it's going to be like, holy shit, another week has just gone in my life. It's weird, bro.
Right,
time's too valuable time's too valuable for me to be like, I can't wait till next week. I kind of want to treasure even the work days, even the fucking shitty work days. I want to treasure those moments because time goes so quick. So yeah, anyway, at least something to look forward to next week anyway, and then yeah, a couple weeks after that, I head over to Cambodia and Japan. So I'm fucking looking forward to that also. We'll be doing Brothers Geek Out podcast 1 week from Cambodia, hopefully, and the other week will be from Japan. So that's going to be good.
We'll make sure you get George on that, bro.
Yes, yeah. I'll get him on that.
Definitely get him on that. Alright then, bro. I've got to get back to my baby's duties. Got to get her food ready. And on the other note, I need to go to the toilet before I shit myself on this podcast. I'm absolutely losing right now. You didn't see
I'm going to go back to Power. I'm on the last episode of season 5. If you haven't seen it, watch Power. Kids, watch it. It's fucking brilliant, bro. It's so good. I used to cuss Ibby about watching it. I'm like, that's basic. I don't watch it. It's fucking brilliant. So I recommend it. Watch Power. Ash told me season 5. I don't know why. I told him no spoilers. He's like, no spoilers, but it's epic. I'm like, well, now I'm watching the episode, like, what the fuck's happening? So,
no, definitely.
Anyway, gonna finish off Power and then hit the bed, man.
Awesome. All right, bro. Listen, good to catch up. I'll catch you up soon, man. Have a good week, and yeah, we'll go from there, man. So, peace.
All right, peace.